Coast pick up the Rubik now. Pretty good options out there, going against Queen, going against Jakiro.
So this matchup between like this Kunkka and Monkey King though, it changes drastically when Kunkka gets level 4 and when Monkey is like about 50-60% HP due to the cleave and so forth if you play the lane correctly. And if he ever runs uphill or like slightly above on the enemy side, he can just X, someone TP's in, torrent, combo, wombo combo, and the Monkey King's dead, and now all of a sudden Monkey's game is completely ruined. So this matchup isn't like completely one-sided for um, Monkey, but it can be at the same time. It's just like understanding the matchup itself, because I've seen it kind of go both ways, but most of the time being favorable for him.
Yeah. We'll have to see. It's an option for them. They could decide to draft more flex kind of cores to keep the question marks coming as far as what they decide to do.
So this is the thing about like when you have second pick and you have this quap where it's like this flex pick that's potential position 1. So they get the overall last pick of the game. Now our tour, where I said like I strongly think he's gonna play this one quap, he's gonna say, is there a better carry? Otherwise, I just want to play this quap as position 1. And yeah, they're gonna open up literally another support. The synergy that they have, like what EG generally, I generalize like what they do and like I break them down in terms of how they draft and their structure. They always like combos and like they like this like kind of support synergy. So
yeah,
it's like Shadow Demon has this like disruption to Jakiro Ice Path or Kunkka Torrent. There's a lot of synergy when it comes to, like their drafting mechanic as a whole. Abaddon being picked up here, which is kind of interesting. Now you see how like Quap positioned 1, it doesn't feel as good anymore because it's like, see how like everything kind of changes now. He probably did want that Quap 1, and they kind of like blocked it now. So now you have to pick a different carry into this Abaddon. But the Shadow Demon is generally good versus Abaddon. As soon as he gets his Avernus or his third spell, he can just disrupt them, and with one follow-up stun or slow, like he can silence himself.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if they try to just kind of shift the pieces around again, and what could be some of those potential options, I guess. They didn't ban the Ursa if they just want to do Ursa again for the third time straight.
No,
or
I'm mistaken. They actually think this Quap is position 3, so could be an Abaddon position 1. So depending on what they last pick here, they might not be able to be super versatile if they pick like a strict position 3 offlaner here, right? Because Beast Coast, like I think the South American teams are known for running position 1 Abaddon.
Yeah, now that you mention that, maybe I'm super crazy, but I want to say I have a memory of seeing Chris Luck on an Abaddon at some point too. And I know he's typically a mid laner, but now that you mention it, it definitely seems like something that has happened before. So
they'll wait until they see who's playing the quad. For Ioya, then Chris Luck will pick the Abaddon.
Well,
Monkey wants to follow the Kunkka. Shadow Demon's actually really good versus Monkey King throughout the game. You just purge him and he'll never get his stacks up.
Yeah. Ooh, all right, but it is going to be EG who have the final pickup. East Coast ban out that precious Naga, if indeed they wanted to kind of go a different course for Arteezy's late game scaling hero.
Kind of scary. They have the Naga Jakiro combo, right? Like the draft.
Oh yeah.
Makes sense for what they show, what they have, like synergy with like the heroes that they have. It's hard to really predict this pick, but maybe because they have objective takers, Abaddon if he's a position 1, if need be. Maybe they need another open pick here.
Yeah.
Because Monkey can only play 1 and 2 right now, considering Wyvern and Rubik are position 5 and 4.
Evil geniuses turn to pick.
Centaur.
There it is. So yeah, Abaddon and Monkey is the 1 and 2, and then now maybe our tour may consider playing WAP. But trying to see if there's a better crit hero as well.
Yeah, off lane to be slated eventually against the Abba. He had Timbersaw earlier today. Got some strength melee cores kind of here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, Ricky. Okay.
Choose your hero.
Gosh. Now that I see Ricky, I feel like I've also never seen Grimstroke in like a hot minute. That guy disappeared real quick, but we'll talk more about that later.
I like Grimstroke. Grimstroke Ricky is like scary, jumping in with Inkswell. It's so much damage.
I know, but Yeah, Grimstroke is just like the forgotten support suddenly, it seems. But here, Ricky will do it without that classic Grimstroke pairing. He does got the bailout save with the Shadow Demon. It's going to be Kid Track on that. So more 4 position. Yeah, Shadow Demon. I'm used to seeing Fly play Shadow Demon back in the day a bit. So yeah, Fly going to be on the Jakiro.
It's interesting. What am I saying? I hope Beast Coast adapts to what they see. You really do not want to put Monkey against Guap. Such a sad matchup. Remember how we talked about like this Puck versus TA? It's like some matchups are just completely one-sided, and it's sad. And I think they should put the Abaddon mid and put the Monkey in the safe lane with the Wyvern, so you can actually pressure this Kunkka.
Yeah, we'll see if it's something they want to do. I mean, they've obviously put already the players to the heroes, but a matter of if maybe they have different lane assignments could be something else. But certainly a better drafting position for EG this go around, not nearly as one-sided as we saw in the previous game. And let's get ready to get into it. Chris Luck, Monkey King. Don't get to see it too often here. Very kind of action-packed lineup. Some mediocre team fight. Ryoya can't afford the Arcana, apparently, but that's fine. Not many of us can.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We're all broke.
Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you just can't. You know, it's just a little. Till he gets that EG contract, of course.
Absolutely. There you go. Then he can get the glorious skin. All right.
So it looks like Abaddon's just gonna play the safe lane. I like they're itemizing correctly still. There's the Shadow Demon probably gonna get poisoned, so they both start with the little magic stick here. It will be Monkey versus the Quap. I mean, Chris Luck, I said he's a specialty on this hero, so maybe he can dodge every Shadow Strike or something. I don't know.
Arteezy Ricky.
Arteezy Ricky.
Ricky. I gotta admit, I don't see it too often. Is he playing it a lot in pubs?
He used to.
Okay. So this one he might be dusting off a little bit.
30 seconds to battle.
I mean, it's like Artur's a type player. Like he's like a master. He's like a master tier in just about every hero.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, what is that taunt?
You know that Arteezy Ricky meme on like Reddit back then?
That's right.
Like, Arteezy, I'm trying to play Ricky. I have a question about your build. Should I next backstab like you backstab EG? That was like the secret.
Yeah. That's right. All right, easy bounty pickup for him. Arteezy grabs the other one.
Max blink strike, like the way you blink back to EG after they won TI. Sorry, I'm done. That's all I remember. I don't remember the other two.
Sorry, the jokes are distracting the fact that I missed first blood as it was a dive through for Kid Track in the bottom lane. I got it done.
For the memes.
Absolutely, well worth it here. It is going to be Beast Coast. You do strike first. We'll see how many repercussions there are going to be from that. I like the old Kunkka Shadow Demon pairing. Classic setup to get the Torrent combo going if they want. But Abaddon also, I would say, not be under too much threat with the benefit of having the shield. But already the first Arctic Burn going to be going out. Great harassment here from both sides. Schofield eating a lot of damage here. Looks like he'll be fine. How's that mid lane going? We imagine it's going to be a rough one for old Chris Luck here, but
0 CS from Ryoya.
But okay, but so far Chris Luck's got that first wave on lock.
Kind of screwed up his block from Ryoya. He pushed it into the tower, so
Chris takes all 5 CS, 3 denies, 2 of them just went missed. Oh man.
Oh, another deny here.
Okay. Chris Luck getting in the head of Ryoya, dropping the tags and everything.
Loser.
He can't win the matchup on paper. He's just going to go for the mental win. And see if he can kind of use that to his advantage.
I think I've been told before, people hate playing against, like, he taunts so much. Like, he's constantly using his taunt over and over again. It's like it's so annoying.
Well, you know, Valve put it in the game, and it sounds like it's working if it's that frustrating. So I can't fault him. I mean, I certainly would be annoyed by it if I had to lane against it, but
I'll see boinging around in mid lane.
Look at him.
Top
He
lane,
is putting on thick right
Artur's
there.
free farming. Top lane is just both of them are just farming. It's like, oh, here it is. Some little. Oh, I got scared. The wave is pushing in.
Bottom disruption. Torrents out. Heavy damage. But not enough for a follow through. There's always plenty of heal potential. Plus they have these wands, so there's always like quick turnarounds. Crit off for just the safety TP back to the tower to make it out.
The matchup changes mid now. The fact that Raya is level 3.
Yep.
Shadow Strike will do a lot of damage. I guess you can't dodge. I thought you could dodge Shadow Strike with Mischief, but I guess you can.
Sorry, the wrong little overlay. My bad, guys. My bad. I had like the full draft thing. It was just covering the scoreboard. I got it. I'll let them know.
You are so not worthy.
And as we see more poison damage coming out, things kind of teetering back for Ryoya. He's got the salve. He'll heal back up. Just together, 8-3S under, 8CS under his name. Still trailing behind the 14. Right on that front. Farms traded on top for both sides. Schofield looking to go for the pullback on that side camp, which was not blocked. But
in the game so slow.
I know this is not Hector, at least as far as I know, because it seems to be a tagged up different player. But does this kind of almost fits his play style? Not something we see him play often, but that strength radiance candidate, right? Is this gonna fit that similar profile?
I mean, you kind of want to draft along with like what your team is used to, comfortable with,
Right.
and what works with the team in terms of synergy. So I mean, that's my only thought behind it. I mean, yeah, he's playing all the Hector heroes, but it's just comfort drafting, and I don't think it should change much. And they know like the carry's probably unless the carry player says I can't play this hero at all.
Yeah, the Abaddon certainly fits the archetype for a Hector hero. It's like even Hector I don't see play Abaddon too much, but I guess if the occasion calls for it.
See mid lane here, Chris Luck. Oh, he's being a boss there, trying to outplay him with the 6 sticks and fairy fire.
Yeah, really not having any of that though.
Remember I talked about like South Americans? They love to carry these like sneaky fairy fires.
They have
Even
their
the
fingers.
Centaur has one.
It's like I got my finger ready on the hotkey for both the wand and the fairy fire. I'll just blast them both, and suddenly I'll have full life.
No, that's a double outplay. They don't need to press it at the same time, you know.
Oh,
Except for Moose.
double outplays. Yeah,
Moose is like the fake South American. No, he doesn't like the fairy fire. He's more Americanized.
Like, yeah, stop getting fancy. Just get the classic items, please, and let's move on. Bottom, a little bit of trouble here for EG. They get bullied back a bit, but not be able to get enough splash damage and finish onto Kidrak. But they're starting to impose their will a bit on this bottom lane. Abaddon's still sitting up there nice. Those 3 cores all winning in the CS game. The only one sitting at the top for EG is Arteezy's Ricky in that top lane.
I mean, I feel this game is going to be a little slow in terms of like, because there's not a lot of movements or rotations that these supports and any of these cores can really do. I mean, if anything, it'll come down to like, if someone overreacts or dives the tower, then this Quap can TP in, or vice versa. If someone dives, then Monkey will TP in. I think the bottom.
Will this be it for Schofield? No, it's Crit getting chopped away from the back lines, and a second kill here for Quagadasagada. I don't know how to say his name, but the guy who's stepping in for Hector. Wonderful job by him.
Wonderful job. Yeah.
I don't know who it is. I'm sorry.
Quack.
You gotta tag up if you want me to shout the name from the hilltops. Otherwise, you're the Abaddon.
Just call him Abaddon, man.
Mr. Dawn. Nice double kill. So this lane feels pretty rough and lost now for EG.
Yeah, bottom lane does feel a little sad now. Abaddon's almost level 6. Kidrak kind of probably identified that. The best move that they can make now is rotate towards mid, use this Quap, and kill this Monkey King.
Dang. East Coast really just firing off here. We catch that action top lane where they're able to just muscle down fly, almost get the follow-up on Ricky. But Arteezy does 180 out from that. And Beast Coast 4-0 start on this one. Already had a really good game number 1, and they're just kind of moving that momentum forward here. Don't even have as as significant of an advantage through the draft this go around, but they're making it work.
A nice D ward here by Chris Luck. Ryoya kind of placed the odds in your vision there. Bottom lane. Abra's playing really aggro here.
Yep.
Because he can. Not much crit can do there.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, crit or Kitrak, they can't really do much to stop him. Kitrak has decided to totally step away from the lane, just kind of letting crit have full exposure to it while it's close and under the tower. But not too many options out there for Kitrak to even kind of make moves on the map.
He's kind of slow in his rotation. He had a smoke. He should have just smoked towards mid and just went on this Monkey King. Unfortunately, the ward scouted him. He should take mid lane now. Quap's rotating towards top. Last 8 minutes.
Long TP, but
Dire's top tower
Luz is able to
under
make it
attack.
out. They probably have an idea that the Rubik was planting some ward vision there. And now the jump out for Whisper, but Whisper's pretty tanky. Got a lot of rings.
Oh.
Stun, but follow-up Ice Path there. A rotation, though, and quickly EG got to get out.
Yeah, they stacked their stuns there, unfortunately. I like what Chris Luck is doing. I think he understands this match. Like he said, he's an expert on this Monkey King hero. He's not looking and thinking about kills or anything. And what he's doing instead, he's maxing out his tree dance and making sure that he continues to scale. He's not looking for like if he'll rotate if he needs to in terms of reacting and counter initiating. But outside of that, he's just like I said, he's just gonna farm these neutrals and max his tree dance continuously. Like it's about scaling. And that's his goal this game.
Yeah, he definitely made his way out from what was supposed to be a difficult laning phase, so he can just kind of put himself in position to take it to the mid game as these ultimates begin to come together a bit. Schofield throwing out the casual tip to Ryoha saying, hey, I see you over there. You know, what are you trying to do? Rotate to the top lane with that Sonic Wave? Well, we know it's coming.
But this Abaddon is really farmed though. He's already at 2,100 gold. He's just gonna rush this Radiance.
He's a sleeping giant. That's getting ignored and could be a problem later. One of those things that EG are like, let's just ignore him in all fights moving forward till maybe Arteezy or someone can take care of him later.
Are fortified.
10-minute outpost. Ryoya still lingering around. He really wants to get this kill on top and giving the Shadow Demon this much needed XP here. But they don't want to be too forceful. He's also trying to secure the 10-minute bounty runes as well.
Yeah, outposts, bounties.
But it's kind of he's been running around for the past like minute, so he uses blink already. You see again, Chris Luck, like he's stacking these big camp for himself, and he's just maxing out the street dance. He's gonna get so much net worth here on the left side.
Yep.
Dire's
Right there
bottom
nearby.
tower is under attack.
We're able to kind of hold out the haste rune for Ryoya in the bottom lane, but he had been lingering around that top lane. They're still hoping to get that first setup, but top is where the jump's kicking off here. Whisper leading in with the charge. Follow from Moose. Nice bank shot from Schofield, and they'll have enough damage to take down Fly. Kitrak teasing out this mid lane a bit. Is being
Radiant's
pinged
middle
by
tower
Chris
is under
Luck.
attack.
Yeah, they're wrapping around. Crit's making a nice rotation as well. They understand. I'm gonna glyph it. I have a siege. Let's pressure this tower. Let's open up the map for us. Let's make like the first move of the game here.
Arteezy trying to get the finish of Schofield top lane.
Radiant's
Trying to get a
middle
ring around the
tower is
rosy,
under
but
attack.
can't make it away.
Anyone could see that it was your time.
And we'll see. Can Beast Coast, they want to defend this mid lane at all?
There's really good rotation by EG here.
Radiant's
They
middle
use
tower
all the
is
catapult in
falling.
its full glory and are able to secure the tier 1
They're gonna
prize.
spot out the stack too. Oh no.
Ooh. Is it worth ulting? Just get it quick?
Radiant's
Nah.
middle tower
No,
is
Shadow
under
Demon's there
attack.
just to kill the spirit.
Centaur's coming though.
Oh!
They torn it. They bowed it. The Monkey King gets blasted with a Sonic Wave, but makes it to the high ground and is going to be fine. Disruption's out to bail out Ryoya, but then he gets slapped down and finished off. X pull back onto Schofield, but he's got the cold embrace and should be fine. Beast Coast intervene and defend their stack and fend off the EG approach.
I wonder what was Crit doing there? I don't know if he ran back. I didn't see his movement after the tier 1 died. But as soon as he saw a stack, I'm not sure what happened, where he was at, but I think he should have just ran there much more quicker. Maybe he was, but fortunately, like, and then he tried to boat the neutrals after. It was just there. They would have been able to secure it. That was a pretty big kill by Beast Coast there. They didn't lose anyone, and they still secured the neutrals for the most part, and got a big kill on the Quap.
Yeah, I can't believe Chris Luck made it away from that. Thought it was a great jump in from Ryoya to try to catch him from behind, but it just was a bit short on the damage to get the finish. And Beast Coast, great response time to have that kind of counterfight setup. And was Abaddon really even involved in that? Was he even? Is he still farming away? This man has a relic in his pocket.
He's chilling, man. He's
Damn.
not. He's not gonna move, and that's the. And it's the same with Artur right now. He's trying to make sure like he doesn't fall off in network because you're taking unnecessary risky fights, right? They'll make sure to take the safe fights until they hit their item timings.
I think not.
He's just farming a double stack here on Abaddon.
Is under attack.
Rich getting richer as he is inching closer and closer to finishing out that Radiance, and at that point he can kind of go with his team and at least clear out the remaining tier 1 towers and open up the map more.
You can see how both mid laners are really deprived in terms of like net worth here. Like Ryo's at 4,400, Monkey King's at 4K, and they're both in the middle. Both off laners are like skyrocketing now.
Yeah, very interesting. Do not see that very often.
Yeah, I think Artur so I think they'll hit Radiance and Diffusal Blade around the same timing, and that's when they're both gonna look into making the move. I think, yeah, for Ricky, he just wants to be able to snipe the supports or the Monkey King in the fights.
Oh, it'd be nice if they could kill Whisper here. He's getting so close to that Blink Dagger.
Be fine.
He does get Stampede off. Oh, I was going to say a attempted body block or something, but he ends up getting blasted down. The finish is there, though. And they will postpone that Blink Dagger just a little bit.
Oh, he almost got the X off. Oh, I was like wondering, I thought he misclicked, but X isn't maxed out yet. So Radiance is finished, 200 gold. Diffusal also finished in 250 gold. Both teams should look into pressure. I think Abaddon wants to run towards top. Oh,
they got Schofield. Yeah, it was a Sonic Wave that narrowly finished off Schofield after the Cold Embrace. The result was still the same. Ryoya gets himself back on track with scoring his first kill of the game now on this Quap.
Alright, so Radiance finished, Diffusal's also finished. I think Abaddon should TP towards top and pressure this tier 1. He already shoved the lane into bottom. Someone has to react there. And his team should... Oh, I guess his team's looking towards him. Not the biggest fan of this, but...
Worthy tribute.
Oh, because Centaur also has Blink, so
yeah.
he's good at timing.
There it goes, the Blink debut. Insta quick crush onto Fly. Swift and easy. Time to go for the tier 1. We'll see what the defense is going to play from EG, or if they pressure into the bottom lane instead. Looks like they're going to try to rush towards the mid lane, but that was drawn out by Beast Coast.
Wow. Nice play by Artur on top.
The jump killed on the Schofield.
Introducing his Diffusal Blade there.
All right, success on item debuts for both sides, but it's bottom lane where they're going to really kick things off. Abba looking to go in, but he does get caught out with a lot of damage. Nice freeze. They wait out to borrow time. He still managed to get full life, but now the Stampede. He runs his way out. The chase is on. Nice lift. Blow up there from Moose. Might be just enough to allow the getaway of Abaddon, but it does cost them multiple lives here. Both sides suffer a bit. Now, crit. Crosses past with Whispers. Both off laners go toe-to-toe. He gets the boat off and tries to rendezvous over with Fly, but Schofield's here to meet him. Nice ice path stops the two of them. And then there's Arteezy trying to run back from Chris Luck, but then he gets jumped from Whisper, stomped down. He's able to leap out, but goes right into the curse. Oh, and it helps add the extra bit of damage, and they both go crumbling down. Tip sent across as it's Schofield who sets that one up. Here comes Ryoya, though, from the grave, looking to move in and get the finish up on the Whisper. Hits him with the Shadow Strike, but oh no, he goes down for a second time. The setup there from Chris Luck. He's got the ulti, and now with Abaddon, They come out the big winners here.
Wow, I looked really great for EG, but the fact that Beast Coast was able to back them up, force them back, and bait EG out of position, and they were in front of their tier 1, they didn't have vision out, and he baited to the rest of his team there.
Oh my goodness, they're not even done yet. They blow up Kit Trek on the side. The shield pop gets him. Bad, very low though, very low. Criminally low, gonna be getting away with this one. Well, Moose kind of throws himself into the Firefly to help secure the tower. But my God, a long-winded, crazy fight to the bottom lane. Turns out for Beast Coast, they get the tower, push themselves even further ahead. Now, 4K of a net worth advantage. Chris Luck coming out big there at the end. Sorry, he has the Echo Saber and now pockets 2.3K. It looks like he's going for the BKB next.
You know, this Abaddon, I think it's just his movements are a little weird. He's like, I know he has like so much net worth. He's the highest net worth right now. I feel he's kind of invincible. He's hitting like these neutral creeps. You should be pushing this mid lane in, pushing into the tier 1 mid, and then run towards top and connect with the team. But they're just still kind of playing in 3 lanes. And not a big fan of like what he's doing here. It's because his team is the one that's constantly trying to like make space.
Arteezy on the hunt. He was spotted under that sentry.
Illusion. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's
Caught up with
bottom
that
tower
Arteezy
has
hunt.
fallen.
That they do end up getting the jump and kill onto Moose.
He's around mid tower now. He's rushing this Manta. I like his build. He has an Essence Ring as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Crit does finish up a Halberd. Pretty nice against both Monkey and this Abaddon. Can't really dispel it.
Yeah, he was gifted a lot of good stacks in the jungle to kind of get that halberd farm going. Certainly a critical 2 to have. I mean, looking at both Abaddon and Monkey King, their whole life is about getting off some good right-click damage.
Tor actually got some nice items. He has an Aquila coming up and a Yasha as well.
Yasha to soon go.
It's kind of weird. I mean, like, what Beast Coast is really doing. I think they should just kind of like. I mean, I guess they feel okay just honestly just farming 3 lanes, but I feel like this Abaddon's like super high net worth right now, and he actually can't be touched. At least take all the tier 1 objectives out. You don't need to force the tier 2. 20-minute outpost bounties.
Yeah, EG really holding for the top hand side right now.
BKB almost finished on Monkey. Maybe that's their next timing.
Middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, he got a lot of money from that previous skirmish in the bottom lane, and eyeballed getting that defensive pickup.
It's map awareness from Chris Luck and Arteezy here. Oh, here it is.
Leaps in, leaps back, TP's coming. Leap in from Arteezy though, looking to catch him with the cloud. He leaps right back out to Kitrak, knows that this is not going to be good. The curse is there. And now the Monkey King ult. And they are surrounded and getting badly beaten. Arteezy tries to narrowly make it away, but they are successful, even claiming the bounties on top of their heads.
Schofield is a beast.
Beautiful curse setup. He's done multiple of those already this game.
It's like, I think he got 10. He's 10k MMR player playing position 5.
I can't keep track of this Monkey King thing. How come sometimes he's blue and sometimes he's not blue? That must be some sort of Arcana thing. He's just blue before that fight, and now he's not blue anymore.
Oh, I'm not sure.
I'll come back to you. I'll let you know when he's blue again.
Okay. Right now he's not blue, right?
No, he's not. He was this color originally, and then I was watching for a while, and he was blue. And I was getting ready to bring up that point, like, why is he blue now?
Maybe during his ulti or something?
Yeah, it must be something like when he ulti, like, swapped or something like that. But Beast Coast using the momentum from that previous pick-off to pressure into this tier 2 top, but this is where EG consider converging in. Set up with disruption. It's Abba. Gonna get hit with the Purge now. The Manta, turnaround, Ice Path. Fly now. Getting felt up a bit by Chris Luck, who's running in. And smacked, right-clicked. Boom! He's gonna go down. Chris Luck now dominating there. Only cost him Schofield. Nice Whisper stun turnaround. And he slashes down the Ricky.
Dire's middle tower
Lift,
is under attack.
pull back. Nice catch for Kitrak, and this is looking like Beast Coast yet again commanding their way through a game number 2
Without consequence,
as EG
Dire's
just
middle
scramble
tower
around
is
the
under
remaining
attack.
cores to pull apart Beast Coast as much as possible. But there's going to be nothing left to offer for them, and eventually Ryoya gets caught, and it's only going to be Crit who survives to tell the tale.
Dire's structures are fortified.
This game is looking kind of over. I mean, the net worth advantage, Abaddon was like a really nice pick from them. I don't know what this idea or logic behind Ricky was, to be honest. Unless I'm just missing something here. If there's, but at the same time, it's kind of hard to pick a. I'm not sure what other carry he really could have picked there. I guess Naga, but it was banned. But yeah, this game's looking harder and harder for EG in terms of like how they're gonna like essentially just team fight.
Yeah, their trending drafts in the past for EG were like usually about securing Artur's cores earlier, at least in the mid part of the draft. You know, getting Ursa's early or the Naga, even if they, you know, were expecting counters to soon follow. But in this particular draft, yeah, saving that Arturo pick all the way for the very end.
And I think they may have mindfucked themselves with the whole like QoP potential position one.
Yeah.
But it's like these heroes that Beast Coast have, they're like extremely beefy, and they don't really have like that burst that they need to kill them. And this Abaddon for the save as well. Abaddon and Wyvern, they have double save here. This Monkey's starting to become a threat as well.
Arteezy does manage to get the quick snipe kill onto the Wyvern, and now they move in for a follow-up takedown on fellow support Moose. They don't seem to be done yet. X marks the spot. Can they somehow dismantle this Abaddon, or is it going to be a turnaround yet again from Beast Coast here? Nice little disruption save onto Crit, but there's plenty more to follow up. Monkey King going to be committing the ulti. Crit trying to run out the other side. They already lose Kitrak. He pops a torrent and a TP to try to make it away. He does somehow just narrowly make it out. On the other side, the curse going to be committed. Ryoya makes his way out from that. Jumps over for Schofield, who does get off the cold embrace. Sonic Wave is there, but not the most damaging. And he's going to be forced to blink out the other side. Beast Coast being kited around a little bit, but they will still ultimately get their man. Ryoya goes down. Beast Coast take another fight. They are now 7K net worth ahead, and they're on pace to do a 2-0 series if things keep going this way.
So, yeah, Shadowblade is actually... I feel like this is... I don't know if this is Hector or not. He's like building the same thing Hector just built. You know, in Silver Edge, he's building it like a Wraith King almost. Yeah, it's really hard for EG to fight. Like this Abaddon pick kind of nullifies everything that Quap wants to do. He built an Orchid as well, and it's just like, it's really hard to play. But anyone you Shadow Strike, you just instantly remove it with the Aphotic Shield.
Yeah.
Chris Luck really understanding the mid matchup, so he didn't really... His net worth was never harmed.
I am immortal.
He's going to send the magic wand back.
Ricky is finishing up his Manta, so I don't know how much that can change because it's really hard for him. He has to be able to snipe this Wyvern and Rubik in every fight. This Monkey isn't that easy to snipe anymore. And I feel like the EG's just like, they're running out of damage to kill these like tinky cores. Like the Centaur, Monkey, and Abaddon, they're extremely hard to kill.
Yeah, supports seem to be the only targets that are kill threats for EG right now, and a Tricorn is soon rising up above all on the side of Beast Coast, where it's just kind of only on the shoulders of Arteezy right now for EG. But EG not looking to back down yet. They smoked up. They head to a high ground position where Arteezy's currently in lane, maybe looking to go for a bait turnaround play. Jump in from Whisper. They need to bail him out. They do have the Ice Path Macropyre. Lift pullback. He blink strikes away, but the chase goes on. Still surviving. Cloak and Dagger, and he is long gone at that point. Torrent Storm here flying through. Beast Coast still on the chase, though. Whisper looking to move in. Arteezy still able to make it away to the high ground and out. Kitrak not going to be so fortunate. Fly could be next. And the rest of EG have packed their bags, and they're heading back home here. Ryoya, though, Looking to go in for that snipe on the support, but not even that comes too easy. They finally do bring him down, but it's, again, going to cost them their own core.
Oh, some nice moves Artur really pulled out there. Follow up by nice path. It's the save from Fly. But again, it's just like, EG's just throwing in and trying to do as much damage as they can, but I feel like it's really hard to kill anyone outside of the supports. You can see Wyvern died that fight, Rubik died, and that's all they can really get.
Yep. That was the whole fight setup where EG were hoping to maybe get their own surprise attack, but that was more of just like a Saving Private Arteezy moment where they just had to dish out what they could to keep him alive. And that can't feel good on these critical types of fights where you're trying to turn around the fight and turn around the game. But now Beast Coast can just kind of maintain control across all lanes. They move to the bottom to try to take down this tier 2. And yeah, I don't know how it's going to get too much easier for EG. I got to say the Tide, what was it, the Torrent Storm definitely adds a bit of a crazy element for EG in these fights. But it's still not enough to really stop them from the objective at hand.
It's more team fight, but not more damage. I mean, it's a little bit more damage, but not enough damage.
It's like an inconvenience right now for Beast Coast. Like they're just slightly getting moved up and down in the air. But here they go in. Centaur confidently moving towards the back lines, but he just kind of is a bit overzealous with his positioning, loses his own life. But they get the prized Artur down, and he's going to be out for a full minute without a buyback. And that might be all that Beast Coast need to take this one home. Good amount of damage on tier 3, but they are tucked into this right-hand corner, waiting for an opportunity to strike. They move in for Kitrak. Gets out the offensive disruption, but it will cost him his life. Immediate buyback there. The cleanup of the tier 3. Abaddon sieging away for what's important, but their damage not quite there. He gets healed up. Monkey King strikes, goes in for Fly, takes him out. Just a couple of shots now. Godlike for Chris Luck. He's going Chris-like over here as they go in for the second racks. Sonic Wave from Ryoya, but an XD from Schofield. He's feeling himself on this one.
Lots of tips going around. Artur's alive now. They do have both buybacks on Quap and Jakiro. Should reset. I mean, they have the Aegis still, so they feel good, but Audon doesn't have much mana. Rubik does have Ice Path.
Is this a final hurrah for EG? Let's see if there's a turnaround from Beast Coast, but they might be able to scrap a couple of kills here. Get the Aegis. X not quite going to be there with the Torrent. And he goes back right for crit. Jumps. Nope. Instead for Arteezy, knowing that if they take him out, this could just be game. But both parties decide that enough is enough. And they split the line.
Yeah, they should definitely try to look into resetting, spending their gold here. I think Chris Luck is playing these fights like phenomenally. He's not hitting buildings. He's constantly camping like the trees and letting the Abaddon siege. And the moment they slip up, he'll just jump onto him because he knows he's unstoppable. The fact that like if he ever gets gone on, Abaddon will run up, shield him, and they'll just like reset the fight a little bit and just turn it back around. And again, I just feel like EG doesn't have. I mean, Ricky did die, but even if he was alive, they don't have this like damage to burst. And if they ever commit to killing, like you see what happens. If they commit to killing this Rubik or commit killing this Wyvern, they will always get a return kill, and they usually end up killing a core in return. And feel really good about that.
Yeah, it ends up being way more effort than EG probably intended to try to get these kills happening, and it ends up throwing themselves into these bit of awkward situations that Beast Coast can just kind of play around a bit better because they've just built themselves a bit more resources to work with. As we do have a bit of a pause here, I can just take this brief opportunity to let everybody look at the schedule of action that's going to be taking place today after this series does conclude, which is looking pretty good for Beast Coast so far, I got to say. 15K net worth advantage. They're on pace to do a 2-0 here against Evil Geniuses after EG just concluded going 1-1 against Business Associates. After this series does conclude, we'll be moving forward into Quincy Crew going against Midas Club. And then after that, 4 Zoomers gets in on the action where they'll go against Thunder Predator. Let me see if I can go ahead and bring up the standings to see really what is at stake here as we have only a couple of days of group stage action left. And a reminder, the bottom 2 teams are eliminated, while top 4 are going to be upper bracket. Then the next 4 will be in the lower bracket. And as it stands, 4 Zoomers, Quincy Crew, Thunder Predator, all at 8 wins. I know Quincy Crew is 4 Zoomers, Quincy Crew, and Thunder Predator are all playing today. Who's playing Thunder Predator? Oh, Zoomer's playing Thunder Predator. So, there's a bit of a battle going to be going on today to maintain a spot in the upper bracket as opposed to being shoved down to that lower bracket. So, lots of hype stuff to go on. Hit these buttons again and get myself back into the game. There we go. And look at that. Perfect timing. Just as I bring us back into the game, the G's are dropped, and we'll get back into it. All right, Demon, your turn for 5 minutes. Go. Just kidding. Nah, I'm just kidding. EG make their way back out, but is it really like high risk, high reward time for EG? Like, what's the Hail Mary play here, or is it hold the high ground?
It was basically kind of hoping for Roche when it spawns, and that Beast Coast decides to take this like wonky Roche objective, and EG can kind of like turn it around there and have a favorable team fight and take an Aegis and cheese. Beast Coast is waiting for their 2 major timings, BKB on Centaur, Satanic on Monkey King, and Kyros on Abaddon. And there's no other timing that EG is like really waiting for, because if you look at their items, like Crit does have 3,000 gold, but in terms of itemizations, nothing they can get is going to change. I guess Quap BKB is really close, 700 off. That's the only timing they can really wait for.
Ooh, speaking of BKBs, yeah, Monkey King BKBs to make it out from trouble, and he is successful in making it out. Not quite enough damage there in that present moment to secure the bag. BKB on cooldown for the time being, I guess.
Yeah, Roche up in a minute and 30? Or no, it may respawn, right?
May respawn in a minute 30.
That's the shortest time.
The shortest time is like, isn't it just is it instantly? And then
yes,
the longest is 3 minutes or something.
Okay, so like may respawn, it can respawn instantly or within that 3 minutes after.
Yeah, I think 3 minutes is max, and then the shortest would be
Radiant are scanning.
instant.
Yeah, you're correct there. So, Monkey's finishing up his Satanic in 100 gold after this creep wave here.
Just a
Got
DD
it.
rude dancing right there.
BKB finished, and they get a DD.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're holding
man.
that juicy blueberry for somebody special. It's Chris Luck. Uh-oh. Oh, nice quick Yules. But, you're still going to go down anyways.
Yeah, they finished all their item timings already. We mentioned Satanic, Kyros, BKB.
DD Satanic.
Time to go,
MKB.
time to end the game.
Oh, goodness.
Dire's
This
middle
Monkey
tower
King,
is under attack.
he hits so damn hard. I mean, you can see RTZ and others try to cut the wave as best they can. But here it comes, the battering ram of Beast Coast. Looking to pull out a big upset here in this group stage 2-0 series.
Has fallen.
Would certainly be something.
Middle barracks are under
Buy back here from Jakiro.
Boat goes out. Chris Luck pops his BKB again.
Dire's middle
RTZ will sidestep it as best as possible. Ryoya ultimately goes down. The Torrent Storm goes out,
he
but not enough for a finish yet. Pretty low on the Abaddon, but no,
Forgot
not
to
even a borrowed
BKB
time.
On the Quap.
Oh, a charge back in straight into an Ice Path Whisper off the mark for the stun. EG a bit scrappy here. Not making it easy here for Beast Coast to just get the swift kills and finish. Arteezy tries to quickly snipe a support on the way out. Oh, the curse this time not going to be there. But they will be able to get the kill onto Arteezy. He is down and out 70 seconds. I think that is it. And that is game. Congratulations to Beast Coast, man. They certainly show up for this series. Yesterday, I don't know what the hell was going on. They had some different drafts, and even though they had Hector and everybody at attendance, it just wasn't really their day. But today, I mean, where has this Beast Coast been? Looking good.
They listened to the cast yesterday and they're like, I wonder what happened. I wonder what Dakota and Jimmy has.
Sure.
What kind of insights they can provide, and they understood that.
Absolutely.
After reviewing their games, they're like, our drafts was kind of crappy. We have a lot of single targets here. Let's draft something better. Have more synergy with our drafts, with team fight, stuns, and objective takers.
Yeah, and I don't know who Kwa Hasadis is or whoever of SG Gaming. I believe that's well, he's in Guild SGS, so the mysterious player here who's filling in for Hector. Maybe it's Hector under a different account. Like, I don't know. I have no idea. But he filled the Hector role wonderfully in these 2 games as well. Props to him.
He's a beast.
He was a beast indeed. All right, that concludes our second series of the day. A fun one in that, but we're not done yet. Plenty more Dota series to come. As the Beyond the Summit Pro Series Season 2 action does continue. We'll get thrown into a break. First, thanks to Monster Energy and, of course, the Humane Society for their support in having these events with us. So here's a shout-out from them, and then we'll see you after the break for more Dota action.